Hello, my friend. How are you this week? Thank you so much for joining me, for being here, for spending your time, participating with me in this episode of Postures of Life. I definitely needed this reminder this week. This posture of life is Virabhadrasana 1, or Warrior One pose. And in this posture of life, this helps us connect our everyday to the posture of yoga, which asks us to be a little maybe stronger and braver than we would normally ask ourselves to be if we were not in such a posture. So hopefully we can translate these feelings of strength, of clarity, of moving beyond our fears into our everyday life. So, thank you so much for being here again. Let's go ahead and embark on this journey. I'll first demonstrate the posture, maybe share a little as we're in the pose. So, the first step is to take one foot. I'll go ahead and turn the camera down so you can better see my feet. So the first step is to take one foot to one short edge of the mat, like so. Once we do that and that foot is pointing forward, we will take the other foot, move it back a little bit, the other leg, and either that leg, that foot, will be pointed forward at a 45-degree angle or at a 90-degree angle facing the long edge of the mat. Okay? There should be a nice expansive feeling in our hips and legs, but not so much so that we feel unbalanced. Something else that can aid us in our balance is if we move our heel, our front heel here, to align with the middle arch of our back foot as best we can. And then bending that front knee, making sure that that knee is above the ankle, kind of in a line. That way we protect our knee joints. Very important joint to take care of as injury, especially as we get older and the knee, it tends to crop up. So the next step would be placing our hands on our hips, moving our right hip back slightly and our left hip forward slightly. So we kind of feel like our torso is directly moving forward as much as possible, framing towards that front of the room. And then, as we are here, the last step is to breathe our arms up to frame our heads. Not that very similar to like when we were doing the twist before. So I'll go ahead and turn the camera up once again so you can see what's going on a little higher up. All right, and now you may direct your gaze upward toward the ceiling if comfortable for you in your neck. If you have neck injuries or issues, go ahead and remain looking forward, or if you just choose to do so. Also, something we can do is take a slight arch in our back and look back slightly. Remembering to breathe while we are in this posture. Also, I would like to introduce the affirmation. I find strength and clarity as I move beyond my fears. And I recommend repeating this at least 3 times to yourself. And this posture is a posture which helps me to endure as I do feel a certain stress in both my arms as I'm holding them up straight and my legs as I'm kind of extending them far apart, especially utilizing that right kind of quadricep muscle is being worked very hard for me in this position. Though with proper alignment, it can be alleviated somewhat, but still I find maybe I'm trying to see how I could be a little straighter. I suppose that's great. So, at the end of the day, this pose for me is something that builds endurance, builds that strength, that clarity of mission, whatever that mission happens to be. It kind of promotes our mind from focusing on a specific goal. In this case, it's just holding the posture. But in life, it could be a career, a degree in school, achieving something specific in a work task or just a personal task. Being able to endure life situations and to still keep our focus on performing that task or accomplishing that task can be difficult sometimes, depending on those circumstances. So in Virabhadrasana 1, we learn how to endure, how to focus, how to remain calm and still in the face of this adversity. And we remember to breathe and relax as best we are able to do so. And when we are ready, you can go ahead and come back up, straightening that leg a bit and inviting the arms down, giving them a rest, bringing hands to hips maybe once again. And then we would just switch sides so that right foot now would turn, either be at the 90 degrees or that 45 degrees moving the other way. And then the left foot would turn all the way around so that it is now pointed straight towards the short edge of the mat. And we would bend that knee, maintaining that knee is above the ankle. Try to make our alignment so that the arch in the heel, or the mid-arch of the right foot, matches the heel of the left foot in a line. Maybe push that left hip back, move that right hip forward slightly, and breathe the arms up this way. And then again, I recommend if you would like a further kind of exercise and effort in holding the posture and holding your mental space focused on this task, I find strength and clarity as I move beyond my fears. I find strength and clarity as I move beyond my fears. Very good. Go ahead, relax your arms down. Of course, I didn't hold this pose as long on the other side, but in your personal practice, I recommend that you go ahead and do so because balance is beneficial for living a peaceful, stable life. Just maybe my legs are a bit tired, so I would like to relax. That's also a lesson that we learn. We learn the appropriateness of that. So I'll go ahead and begin the review of all our previous postures if you would like to stick around. If not, that is fine. Thank you so much for practicing today with me. Thank you for being here, for enduring, for hopefully finding strength and clarity, moving beyond your fears. And I invite you back to next week's posture, whatever that will be. It'll be a surprise maybe. Maybe you'll be like, "Oh, that makes sense." Okay, thank you so much, my friend. May your days greet you with wellness, with a certain sense of clarity of mission and the resources, the strength to fulfill that mission, whatever it happens to be. And God bless you. Namaste. You have a great week, okay? And now on to the review for those who would like to stick around. Okay, so for our first posture of today, I will invite you to move into child pose. Something I haven't added before, which I'll go ahead and add now, is that a centering activity can always be beneficial in any practice of life, and especially in a yogic practice. So, a centering activity is basically just calming and stilling the mind, becoming at ease. You might find relaxation just in breathing out through the nostrils, having a nice upright spine as you do so, and lightly closing the eyes and just concentrating on the breath, coming back moment to moment just to the present state, the here and now, kind of letting go of everything we might be thinking about and pondering. This time is for practice. This time is for yoga, clarity, and a certain strength of will that comes with the ability to clear one's mind, to concentrate on one task at a time. Just like in the posture we were just discussing, Warrior 1, or Virabhadrasana 1. And after you are comfortable, you can move on to whatever the pose will be. In this case, it will be Balasana, child's pose. So let's go ahead and move into Balasana. So from here, I project my arms forward and I come onto all fours. Once I am here, I touch my toes in the back. I recline on those heels. I stretch my arms out forward or bring them to the sides if that's more comfortable. And then I rest my head on the ground, connecting to that deep sense of groundedness, being connected in so many places to the earth below. You're feeling liberated and free here, much like a child, safe at home, safe on this planet we call home, Earth. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Maybe connecting to a certain sense of joy that comes with just being free to be happy in life, to explore in life, to see things in a new and joyous way. And when you're ready, I invite you to come up to that all fours position once again. And here we will go ahead and move into cat and cow pose, Vidalasana and Marjayasana. So, firstly, for cow pose, what we will do is we'll take a breath in and we'll go ahead and look forward. Pelvis tilts down the front, up in the back. Back becomes concave. And then moving into Marjayasana. Exhaling and looking downward. Back arches up. And then move in and out of these postures as many times as you would feel comfortable with. I'll return to that all fours position, otherwise known as tabletop, and I'll introduce the next movement, Palasana, or side child's pose. So in order to perform this pose, we'll go ahead and hold our right hand up, and then we'll scoop it under our torso, moving to the left side. Allow the right ear to rest on the ground. Easy breath in, easy breath out. And when you're comfortable to do so, go ahead and move back to the all fours position. We will take the left hand, scoop it under the torso, moving to the right. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Very good. And when we are ready to do so, go ahead and move back to the tabletop all fours position. And from here, we'll just find our bottom, however is easiest for us to do so. We'll bring our legs out straight before us. And in this pose, we'll go ahead and bend that left knee, come to a nice straight upright spine, and then we'll breathe the arms up, and then we'll exhale, twisting to our left, arms come down, right hand, left knee, left arm behind us. Here, I would like to introduce the affirmation, I leave my past behind me. I leave my past behind me. Very good, and when you're ready to do so, coming to the front once again, and then breathing the arms up, and exhaling, folding forward to our own degree over that outstretched leg. Easy breath in, easy breath out. I move into the present, I move into the present, I move into the present. Very good. When we're ready to do so, coming up to a nice straight back, trying to maintain a straight back throughout these twists and folds. So bending that right leg, sole into the inner left thigh, breathing the arms up and exhaling, twisting to the right, looking behind us. Easy breath in, easy breath out. I leave my past behind me. I leave my past behind me. I leave my past behind me. Very good. When you're ready, moving back forward and breathing those arms up. And then exhaling, maintaining that flat back and hinging at the hips, folding over that outstretched leg. Easy breath in, easy breath out. I move into the present. I move into the present. I move into the present. Very good. When you're ready, come up to that nice straight back. Straighten those legs out before you. And from here, we will move into Paschimottanasana, or full forward fold. So breathing the arms up like we have been doing, and exhaling, trying to hinge at those hips, maintain a nice flat back. Easy breath in, easy breath out. I move into the present with trust and patience. I move into the present with trust and patience. I move into the present with trust and patience. Very good. And when you're ready to do so, coming up to a nice straight back. From here, we will go ahead and move into butterfly position or cone asana. So bringing both feet in toward the groin, bending both knees, and maybe holding those feet with those hands for balance, and a way to deepen the posture and to further aid us in maintaining a nice straight back. We can kind of roll forward a bit, maybe pushing ourselves forward in the back. And then, for me at least, that nice straight spine becomes a little bit easier, kind of a little bit more natural in a way. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Something I haven't introduced here before is something which occasionally I do learn and experience, and it can be nice. You can bounce the knees a bit. Mhm. It's always tough for me to keep them going at the same time. But after you're ready, you can slow them down, come back to stillness. I invite people here to concentrate on the breath, to feel the nice opening in the hips, to feel liberated as most of the seats we sit in day to day are quite restrictive for those hips and cause different complications in our lives. They come with not allowing ourselves to kind of be free and liberated in this sort of way. Different injuries, both mentally and physically. So the affirmation I would like to introduce here is it's all about freedom and liberation. I find is my soul is as gentle as a butterfly. My soul is as gentle as a butterfly. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Very good. When you're ready to do so, I invite you to make that transition with me into the standing. Okay, so in order to do that, allowing the grip on the toes to go and maybe pressing those knees together, hugging them in towards us. And then maybe pressing in behind us, pressing off the ground, bringing our bottom up first. Taking a breath in maybe as we raise gently and easily to a nice standing position. Very good. And once we are here, we could move back into that warrior position, Virabhadrasana 1, if you would like. So extending this time the right leg forward, allowing the left leg to remain back. Just trying to get that nice expansiveness between our legs. Not so much we feel unbalanced. Bending that right knee, knee above ankle. Turning that left foot either 90 degrees or 45, moving forward. Trying to maintain that heel is aligned with the middle of our back foot. The front heel aligned with the middle of the back foot. Kitty did not like that. Sorry, Kitty. But I need to make sure my knee is protected, knee above ankle. Okay, very good. Once here, hips, our hands to hips, pushing that right hip back slightly, left hip forward slightly, framing our torso toward the front of the room and framing the head, breathing the arms up. Easy breath in, easy breath out. I find strength and clarity as I move beyond my fears. I find strength and clarity as I move beyond my fears. Something else you could do here is go, or you can't see it, but you could clasp the hands together. This just helps, I think, maintain the straightness of the arms, the position of the arms in this pose, as it does has a lot to do with endurance. I can use all the help I can get. It's like that in life as well. So I try never to say no. If someone offers me another way that is helpful, a little bit more supportive of my efforts. Very good. And when you're ready to do so, go ahead, allow those hands down to hips. Once again, we'll go ahead, turn to the other side. So that right foot now comes to 90 or 45 degrees, and that left foot turns forward, heel to arch as best we can, bending that left leg, knee above ankle. And then left hip back slightly, right hip forward slightly, breathing the arms up on this side, maybe clasping the hands if we would like to do so. Could also point the finger up, the index fingers. To me, this feels like I'm kind of directing my energy up, connecting maybe with the sun or some other greater form of energy that is maybe helping me through my efforts, whatever I'm working on today, whatever I'm working on in this moment. So, pointing the fingers up, I think, can be sort of empowering. Easy breath in, easy breath out. I find strength and clarity as I move beyond my fears. I find strength and clarity as I move beyond my fears. I find strength and clarity as I move beyond my fears. Very good. Allowing the arms to come down to the hips once again. And maybe to come down, we can transition again. So feet point forward, hands on hips, and maybe folding to our own degree, and then maybe bending those knees, dropping those arms and hands, coming to a squat, and seated once again. So thank you so much for being here today in Postures of Life. I hope that review was beneficial for you, was good for you. In case there was anyone that was wondering about what my arms look like as I was standing, I'll go ahead and demonstrate here. Then I would clasp my my hands together, and point that index finger up to the ceiling, kind of like that. Kind of like when you're a little kid and you may be playing cowboys and Indians. I don't know if you ever did that. I think I did at least a few times with my cousins. So when you're ready, go ahead and exhale, bringing those arms back down, maintaining a nice straight back here. Pressing palms to heart center. Bowing the head, I invite you to say a word that means my inner light honors your inner light. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me today, for practicing with me, for spending a bit of your time here, hopefully learning some useful information for yourself and your own journey. And of course, for being wonderful you. Thank you so much. Life would not be as rich and wonderful without your presence here, right now. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Namaste.